Palm Sunday is one of these Sundays where the church gives things for us to take home. Palms. So what do you do with your palms once you have them? For maybe you take them home and you put them in a special place. Or maybe you were skilled and you can make them into crosses. I never quite learned that skill myself. I always had to hand them over to my mom and say, "Can you make it for me?" Never took the time to learn how to do that myself. But if you noticed, after a while, the palms, after weeks and months, throughout as we get closer to Christmas and as Lent comes again, they start to fade. They start to dry out. If you hesitated to make a cross, by the time November comes around, it is far too late to make it. They become brittle and they start to catch dust. Maybe you put them near sacred images or some statues and dust them along with the other books or statues on that table or small altar. And a year later, we return them to the church. We give back the palms that we have received. And these palms are burnt and they become ashes. And it's curious that the church is very specific about this. These aren't just any sort of generic ashes that are meant to be used. The ashes, the church specifically says, are supposed to come from the palms from the previous year that we welcomed our Lord on Palm Sunday. But have you ever seen palms that are kept for longer than a year? I'm thinking maybe of my grandparents or my great-grandparents or some of my great-aunts and uncles. They tend to keep palms longer than a year, maybe tacking them to tack boards and then forgetting that it's been about 30 years since they have done anything with those palms. If you thought they faded in 1 year, imagine what happens in 20. They get more brittle than before and slowly they make a mess, especially if you try to dust them. They fall apart and almost become ashes on their own. We're not meant to hang on to these palms. They're given to us for a time. They are meant to not last forever. They're only a temporary thing. Some things in our lives we have a tendency to want to hold on to, even though that they are only meant to be with us for a season, only meant to last a while. Think about different times in our lives, childhood, adolescence, or even students here at UD. This is not the final destination. It's only for a time. It's not meant to be forever. And even our lives are not meant to be here on this earth forever. We are meant to die, to pass away. Even great spiritual goods like the Holy Sacraments, they will not be in heaven because they bring heaven to us. So, God willing, once we are in heaven, we will not need them anymore, nor even those great virtues of faith and hope. In heaven, there will not be a need for those things because we will see God face to face. As we begin this most holiest of weeks, today, Palm Sunday, is a day for us to ask, what is Christ asking us to let go of? What is He asking us to give to Him, to give back to Him, so that He can make us anew?